Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Thursday, July 11th, 1 a.m. Mountain Time 2019. You're looking at potential Hurricane Barry. Worst case scenario, 92-mile-an-hour winds Friday afternoon off the coast of New Orleans. This is according to the NAM model. We'll play it through. It does not look good according to NAM. Other models looking better, and we'll switch them over. Each one unique, each one with its own information. Our prediction is that somewhere south of Lafayette, that this tropical depression, which will be Hurricane Barry Cat 1, will make landfall Saturday afternoon. And here we're looking at the European model, which is not a schmodel, and it's in fact what we're going with here, right here, landfall. Now, this does not bode well for areas to the east of landfall here, which is just south on the shore of Lafayette, because the driving winds are going to push this storm surge up into New Orleans. Keep calm. We have more to come. It's boom time. Video shows orange-sized hail raining down on the streets of Italy. 18 injured. We reported over a year ago that hail would be increasing due to cosmic rays. People would be dying and helmets would be going into our preparedness store. In the latest edition of Nature proving itself to be unforgiving, Italy is currently being hit with severe storms that have resulted in floods and other freak weather. Thunderstorms have been rocking the Adriatic coast in Italy, forcing tourists to flee beaches, while there has also been tornadoes and a beach fire. Scarier yet, hospital officials in Pescara have said hailstorms have caused some nasty injuries to at least 18 people, according to the Associated Press, with some residents reporting hail the size of oranges. And those are big crack rocks if you're in the U.S., big ones. We have video, but we also have connectivity issues. So bear with us, because nothing's happening. At all. At all. Maybe it's because I have to just get rid of Wendy. Let's do it. Totally frozen up at this moment. Wendy is gone. See how we can do now. There it is. There's the hailstorm. Hail the size of oranges. Those are huge pieces of citrus. They hurt like hell when they hit your brain. Oh my God. Holy macaroni. That's some hail. That's some holy hail from hell. Hashtag severe thunderstorms, severe hail, severe cats. Now let's talk about some more severe storms.
And coastal counties from Texas to the Florida Panhandle are all keeping a close eye on this because we don't know exactly where this is going to hit. Galveston County, though, has activated its Emergency Operations Center. David Gonzalez is there for us this afternoon to tell us what that means. David?
Russ, yeah, county officials and also residents are waiting to see where the storm exactly will go. But the big fear right now, as you mentioned, is that residents and visitors out here on Galveston Island will have a short window to prepare if the storm decides to come this way. When it comes to Galveston County and the Emergency Operations Center, where they're now at a level 2 out of 3, that means they'll have people around the clock keeping a close eye on the Gulf and will push out the latest information to the cities in Galveston County. They would go into a level 3 if there's an imminent danger. County Judge Mark Henry says that they get to watch and monitor most storms for at least 10 days in advance. But this one, if it comes this way, they'll be lucky to have 24 to 72 hours notice.
The different factor here, again, is that we're going to have so little time from the time we have good, accurate information to be able to.
Well, we have good, accurate information coming in here from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. And guess what? Galveston is not in the crosshair. According to current models, Galveston is free and clear. We're going to get to them quickly. Floodwaters swamp New Orleans streets as potential tropical storm churns in the Gulf of Mexico. Oh no! Who knew? We're still freezing up. I'm trying to free up some space here. Get off my face. Floodwaters swamp streets in New Orleans, French Quarter on Wednesday. Strong thunderstorms in the area prompted a tornado warning amid concerns that even worse weather was on its way to Louisiana and other states in the Gulf of Mexico. Confirmed here at the channel. The storms were associated with a broad area of disturbed weather in the Gulf, expected to become better organized this weekend when it threatens the region with torrential rain up to 20 inches predicted. We're about to get to that. It's not looking good for the region. Simply because the rivers have been swollen due to record rain and record snowpack running off down in the Mississippi, now swelling in this region. Here is the current path, exactly as predicted here, right, making landfall and coming right through Lafayette here, probably 80 miles west of New Orleans, nowhere near Galveston, thankfully. The earlier models were showing it coming in near here. Now, Galveston's another story, and another storm will hit there, and we'll get to that later. But this one is the one we have to deal with right now. Here's the cone of concern. Yeah. Are you concerned? And we can look at some of the potential U.S. rainfall potentials for key messages. Holy macaroni. Most likely arrival time anytime. Coming soon. You should be preparing now. Let's look at the rainfall potential. Right now, current models showing maximum 15 to 20 inches in some areas. Right here on the coast, Louisiana. So heads up, 10 to 15 inches in a wide swath over 100 miles. And we're going to be talking about 50 to 60, maybe even 70 mile an hour winds driving that storm surge onshore into Louisiana. And that will be cresting over the levees. Yes. It'll be catastrophe unseen. New Orleans may face unprecedented weather situation this weekend. You think? Extreme danger. Yes, it's coming. It's coming like I can't even warn because I just warned you. Now, these levees basically have 3 feet of leeway, and any surge above 3 feet, and it's a wrap, kids.
A lot of people are caught up in, I'm not going to worry about it until it has a name, or I'm not going to worry about it until it has a Cat 1 or Cat 2. The big concern is we could have impact.
Hurricane watch, do a dab.
Up and I'm not going to worry about it until it has a name, or I'm not going to worry about it until it has a Cat 1 or Cat 2. The big concern is we could have impacts regardless of what it is called. And the big deal is be prepared for changing weather conditions. You know reporting what happened this morning here in New Orleans.
Meteorologist Paul Goodloe reporting from New Orleans, and again, just emphasizing you cannot get caught up in the intensity. And again, just emphasizing you cannot get caught up in the intensity. Every meteorologist here at the Weather Channel is going to tell you that. Let's talk about potential tropical cyclone 2. It still hasn't really strengthened too much, but it is going to. 100% chance of additional development. 100%. but it is going to 100% chance of additional development, 100%. Now, the reason the NHC, the National Hurricane Center, has issued a hurricane watch for so many parishes across lower Louisiana is that within 48 hours, we are going to see these impacts. So once this system takes a turn and starts moving to
Once it takes a turn and starts moving, it's boom time. Literally.
the northwest, it will have a little jog south, then it does turn, and
It will be going up and away through Shreveport, and it will be a huge swath of heavy rain, potential impacts. An area of low pressure will develop in the northern Gulf of Mexico, strengthen into Tropical Storm Barry, Hurricane Barry potentially, and maybe make landfall this weekend, especially Saturday afternoon, noon. Hurricane, tropical storm, and storm surge watches have been issued for the Gulf Coast. The track of Barry remains a bit uncertain, but we think it's going to be right here just south of that region we pointed out earlier, about 80 miles west of New Orleans, which is not leaving New Orleans out of the woods because the heaviest winds will be onshore, pushing that storm surge directly onto that city. So that is our official forecast. And let's check out the GFS model coming up quickly here. And you can see they have the heaviest just west of New Orleans and landfall coming here. So the heaviest rain and winds dropping to 993, 994 millibars here Saturday into your Sunday, which will not be a fun day in Louisiana. Trust me. And this will not be moving rapidly. Here's your Monday. Tuesday is your lose day. So all the way up into Arkansas, 995, 993, 994. Not a really strong hurricane, but a heavy rain producer, heavy storm surge, heavy winds pushing that. And that is not the concern. The concern is the levee system can only handle 3 additional feet. This is going to bring 5, 6 feet of storm surge, breaching those levees 3 feet and completely flooding areas all over. And we're going to be reporting on that, unfortunately. So be prepared or get out of Dodge, as they say, because things are about to get worse. Before they get worser, PG&E knew for years its lines could spark wildfires and didn't fix them. No directed energy weapons here, folks. PG&E are the scumbags. They knew for years hundreds of miles of high voltage power lines could fail and spark fires, wildfires that could rip apart communities and burn houses one by one. Yet it repeatedly failed to perform the necessary upgrades. And you know what sickens me even more? It's sickening. Like the quickening. California is inexplicably racing to pass a badly vetted wildfire bill. One which allows PE&G to burn your ass some more. A bill to reform the way the state and its utilities cover the cost of wildfires is racing through the California legislature like, well, a wildfire in an effort to meet an entirely manufactured deadline. Do you think they give a fuck about you? I mean, really? You know how many dollars are flowing into the pockets of these arseholes? I digress. But my connectivity sucks. Geoscientists were wrong about the world's largest volcano. And this is the huge caldera they were claiming was off the coast of Japan. The Tamu Massif, located east of Japan, was thought to be the largest volcano on the planet. However, it's just a rift zone, a large volcanic rift similar to Iceland. Large in itself, nonetheless. If you want to know more, come read it. I won't give you any more details. Seismic update. California still rocking. Power and energy still in that region. Thousands upon thousands of aftershocks. And now the translation is moving in a different direction here. We can see a lateral movement now. Quite amazing the amount of energy being dissipated here. Worldwide volcano news update. Stromboli volcano lava flow reaches the sea today, Wednesday, July 10th. A lava flow is active on the western Sierra del Fuoco. According to Weather Sicily, it reached the sea yesterday evening. Heads up, lava in the ocean near Stromboli after one dead tourist was culled. Space weather news. Wow. Take a look. We were in geomagnetic storm about 24 hours ago. In and out last 36 hours. That was a coronal hole which has turned around and is now no longer affecting us. Still waiting for more signs of solar cycle 25 to be in effect. And here's your tip for the day if you're farming. Are you farming? Well, I'm going to give you some details about some of the bad practices of farming that have happened in recent years. Hands down, the best way to kill weeds I'm about to share with you, and it's not Roundup. And this woman had nothing to do with it. In 1970, John France, a chemist for Monsanto, discovered glyphosate as a potent herbicide. And he totally fucked up the system. The rest is history. It's not a mystery, but I want you to find 3 things that you have in your house. White vinegar. Distilled white vinegar, 5% acidity. 20% acidity is preferred, but we'll accept 5 or better. It only costs a few pennies, like less than $1 for a big jar. Table salt. Steal it from the diner. None of the fancy shit, just the cheap crap. And dishwashing liquid, the cheap shit as well. Dawn is the best. Now, if you want to kill weeds in areas to be replanted, just use the ordinary garden sprayer with white vinegar and 1 teaspoon of dishwashing soap. That's it. Pure vinegar and dishwashing soap. Spray it right on there. Do it on a hot day to wither and die. Good to go. Now, if you want a weed killer for areas never to grow again, you add salt. 1 teaspoon of dishwashing liquid soap to straight vinegar. 2 cups of salt in a gallon of vinegar, and you're good to go. And you spray this on areas where you don't want anything to grow ever. Do it multiple applications, and you're good to go. Come read the article. I'm only giving you the information that I've researched. Now, I also researched some topics on magnetic reversals, which is why we have a new channel, Magnetic Reversal News. Come over here and subscribe now. Don't be lazy. Do it now. Don't be hazy. Just put up a new video over here. We have the most precise reading yet on how fast geomagnetic excursions and reversals occur. And if you want to know the facts, I won't share them with you because I want you to come over here and spread your horizons. Yes. And watch the video. Hope you got something out of this one. Times are changing. Preparewiththeranch.com. Are you farming? Enough said. Check out Magnetic Reversal News. The news you need to know. So pertinent that only 2 thumbs down in the last hour. 1,000 views. We have the most precise reading yet on how fast Earth's magnetic poles could flip. Are you farming?